Okay, let's unpack this. We have a pretty unique set of sources today. It's 10 simple English dialogues, right? But they seem, really essential. They're designed, it looks like, for someone who needs to move past just, saying hello and actually start solving problems.
Exactly. And the goal here, it's not just about learning words off a list. It's more about pulling out the essential structure and maybe the etiquette you need for those kind of high stakes moments.
Right, transactional moments.
Yeah, transactional. Like, when you lose your bag or the air conditioning dies, you kind of need a quick guide, a playbook.
Wow.
These conversations, which, they feel very U.S. based with the New York spots and dollars mentioned, it basically give you that step-by-step approach.
Yeah.
It's almost like a shortcut to being functional without, having a total meltdown.
I like that framing. Functional fluency that minimizes panic. So we're looking for these kind of hidden rules in the scripts. Okay, let's start inside the hotel then. That seems logical. The hospitality toolkit. Because that's where this demand for being specific really pops up.
It really does.
Take that breakfast chat with Mrs. Smith. It really shows how specific functional English needs to be.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sure, the interaction confirms the basic stuff, room 302, buffets over there by the window, standard logistics.
Yeah.
But the whole conversation pivots the second she starts ordering specifics. The big takeaway for me there is what you could call the specificity rule.
Totally. She asks about eggs, but it doesn't end there, does it? The staff has to clarify. Are we talking boiled eggs or scrambled eggs?
Right.
If she just vaguely says eggs, well, who knows what she'll get? And it's the same with the yogurt, not just yogurt, but plain or with fruit. And they even have to point out where it is the small fridge.
That dialogue's a perfect reminder, isn't it? If the service person offers a choice, you, the learner, you've got to have the right adjective ready.
Or you get the default.
Exactly. You fail to specify. The system just gives you the easiest thing, which probably isn't what you wanted. And then there's that other little detail, Mrs. Smith mentioning the bread is really delicious.
Yes.
And the staff confirms, oh yes, it's fresh from the bakery this morning.
Okay, so that brings up a question, I think. Is that compliment, let's call it the human factor, is that actually necessary for functional fluency?
Functionally. Maybe not strictly necessary, no.
Yeah.
But relationally, in a service situation, especially in the U.S. context, these seem to imply. Yeah, probably.
Okay.
That little bit of, pleasant conversation, it's kind of expected. It just sets a better tone for everything else, like a little grace note that says, hey, I see you're doing a good job.
Got it. So grace notes are nice, but some things are just non-negotiable, like allergies. The dialogue about the milk allergy, that one is pure due diligence, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. The guest states it right up front. No butter, no cheese, and no yogurt. Very clear.
And the template there shows how it has to be a two-way street. The guest states the problem, but then the staff has to confirm what is safe.
Exactly. They check the bread, whole wheat, okay, no milk. The jam, just fruit and sugar, fine.
Yeah.
And they specifically suggest almond milk for tea. They're actively finding solutions.
They are, which is great service in the moment. But what really stood out to me was the next step, thinking ahead. The staff says they'll tell the kitchen right away, so maybe they can make something special for the next day. That language is all about managing expectations and showing ongoing care, I think.
It creates a commitment, definitely. So if that's how they handle, internal dietary things, how do these sources show us handling a full-on breakdown? Like the AC going out in room 307.
Ah, yes, the AC crisis. This dialogue feels like a masterclass in the rule of escalation.
Precisely. Notice the staff doesn't just, freak out and send someone immediately. First, they try to diagnose it remotely.
Right, the troubleshooting question.
Yeah. Is it warm? Did you try turning it off and on? Is there any light, any sound at all? So the dialogue teaches the learner, you need to be able to describe the problem, not just say it's broken.
And that immediate offer of a fan that's key for comfort, isn't it? Solves the immediate human issue while they figure out the technical one.
Definitely. Mitigate first. But then look at the contingency planning. It's so clear.
Yeah, laid right out.
Option A, technician comes today, quick fix hopefully. Option B, if not, new unit tomorrow. Option C, or hey, we could just switch your room right now if you don't want to wait.
And they state the goal clearly. We want the guest to be comfortable. That anchors everything. It reassures the guest, like, okay, they've got a plan A, B, and C.
Exactly. It manages the stress.
Okay, let's step outside the hotel now. Move from room comfort to, the potential chaos of travel logistics. We've got two really good ones here. First, the classic nightmare, lost luggage. Paul Martin, arriving in New York from Rome.
Oh yeah, this one's gold. It's a fantastic template because it perfectly outlines the information the system absolutely needs to even start helping. You gotta have those 5 key facts ready.
Okay, what are they again?
Origin, Rome, destination, New York, name, Paul Martin, baggage claim ticket, that's the big one, totally non-negotiable.
Right.
And then a description. Small black bag, little yellow tag. You fumble any of those 5, the whole process just grinds to a halt.
And when they figure it out, the language used is interesting. They give the bad news, oops, still in Rome, but immediately provide the solution. It's coming tomorrow, delivered straight to the Hotel Sun. But then they drop that brilliant little line to kind of diffuse the tension, right? The suitcase is just taking a 1-day vacation in Rome.
Yeah, that's customer service magic, isn't it? It's just conversational flair that reframes a total failure as like a minor, almost funny delay.
It really works.
And crucially, the staff follows up immediately with practical problem solving. You need anything for tonight? Toothbrush. And points them to a shop. They deal with the real problem of being without your stuff. That makes the recovery feel much more complete.
Totally. Okay, now let's switch gears to urgency. Booking that taxi when you're on a deadline. The traveler here does everything right, I think. States the destination Grand Central and the deadline 10 o'clock train. It's 8.45 now, right away.
Yep.
And even flags the traffic concern up front.
That traffic comment is actually pretty vital, isn't it? It manages expectations, for one. And it might even prompt the dispatcher to think about the route.
Good point.
But the really critical bit of transactional language here, providing the details that affect the vehicle. They say, 1 big suitcase and a backpack.
Ah, so they get a bigger cap.
Exactly. Ensures a large enough taxi gets sent. Avoids that second failure where the taxi shows up and your stuff doesn't fit.
Nightmare. And the confirmation details are so precise. Payment. Credit card. Where are you waiting? Lobby. Near the coffee machine. Left of the elevator. Super specific.
And because the communication is so clean, the service actually beats the estimate. Taxi's already here when they said 10-15 minutes. It just shows being precise. It saves everyone time.
Precision definitely pays off. Okay, moving on to just sort of daily transactions. Let's look at buying a gift. This one's great for learning how to talk about preferences and handle prices quickly.
Right, the interaction kicks off with context. It's a gift, 25th birthday, and the key phrase is the preference. Simple and beautiful things.
That description is what helps the clerk narrow things down fast, doesn't it?
Totally saves time. The clerk then gives 2 clear options. Price is right there. Scented candles, lavender, vanilla, orange, $12. Or a simple silver bracelet for $20.
Nice and clear?
It teaches the learner, basically, how to ask for options and compare them efficiently based on taste and, budget.
And then confirming the extra services, like offering gift wrap. It all wraps up very politely. Card payment, checkout's good, here's your receipt, clear, quick, done.
So let's shift to navigating the city itself. That can be stressful for visitors. The directions dialogue, though, it's packed with the kind of specifics that stop travelers from getting lost or stuck.
We learn the route right away. Bus number 12, straight to Central Park, main entrance. And the timing. Every 15 minutes, next one's in about 5. Simple enough.
Yeah, but then comes that critical piece of local knowledge. The hidden trap.
The exact change.
Exactly. The local makes sure to say you can buy a ticket on the bus, but you absolutely must have exact change. If you miss that, you could be holding everyone up, or maybe you can't even get on. It's like a classic travel hack, just embedded in this simple chat.
It really is.
And it ends nicely too, doesn't it? Welcome to our city, mentions the little lake with ducks. Just adds a nice human touch.
It does. It makes the instruction feel less like just an order.
Okay.
We also have the money exchange dialogue. This one really focuses on the practical stuff. Fees and getting the right bills.
Yep, the real nuts and bolts of handling money abroad. Travelers swaps 200 euros, gets about $210 back, and immediately confirms that necessary $5 fee. No surprises.
But then the traveler takes control, doesn't just accept the cash. They specifically ask for $20 bills and some coins.
And that's a really crucial teaching point, I think. Don't just passively take whatever the teller gives you. Ask for those smaller bills. Ask for coins. Why? So you can actually pay for things like taxis, tips, or...
that exact change bus ride we just talked about.
Exactly. It's all connected. That planning is key. And the conversation ends with the visitor mentioning Times Square, connecting the transaction to their actual travel plans.
Okay, finally, let's look at smoothing over minor problems. Specifically, the payment failing at the restaurant. Card machine doesn't work, not once, but twice. The staff's reaction, That's strange. Try one more time. That feels very standard, doesn't it? Like the default script for a tech glitch.
It is. It's standardized troubleshooting language. But when it fails again, notice how quickly the staff pivots. Okay, card's not working. How about cash?
And when the customer only has $5, they don't just shrug. They provide a super specific location for the ATM. Right around the corner, a 2-minute walk. That's fast, localized problem solving.
And maybe this dialogue, more than any other, really shows how to manage the relationship when there's friction. The staff apologizes, sorry about the machine.
And the customer responds with empathy, no problem, these things happen.
Exactly, that kind of mutual grace. It's functional necessary just to keep things civil and moving forward. It teaches a learner that you don't need, like, fancy vocabulary to handle stress, just simple standard phrases that show understanding.
That really seems to be the thread running through all these dialogues, doesn't it? If we sort of connect all the dots, they really emphasize what 3 main things: courtesy, being specific, and being prepared.
Absolutely. You've got to be ready to ask for boiled, not just eggs. You need to confirm the $5 fee. You need to know to ask for small bills before you even leave the counter. These scenarios, they basically give you the whole playbook for getting past just saying hello and actually dealing with, complex real-world logistics.
So what's the big takeaway then for someone traveling or living abroad? These sources are like the cheat sheet for moving beyond basic chat and into, well, practical competence, right?
Right.
You don't necessarily need a huge vocabulary.
Not always, no.
You just need to know the exact sequence of facts the person helping you needs to hear.
And, that leads perfectly into the final thought here. These sources hammer home preparation, don't they? Have coins for the bus, know your allergies cold, have that claim ticket ready. It makes you wonder, how much of successful travel in a new language really depends less on, say, advanced grammar or a massive vocabulary, and more on just knowing precisely which, maybe, 5 key facts to state at exactly the right moment to unlock the solution you need. That maybe is the real measure of being functionally fluent.
That's a brilliant concept to mull over. Okay, well, thanking the listener for sharing these really fascinating sources with us. It's been great digging into these blueprints for successful travel talk. Have a nice day.